Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. We are so excited to be here. Hi, I am Kristen Zuzak and I'm here with my dear friend Tangi. And she's going to introduce
Hello.
herself in a moment. And we're going to actually just get started here because we know your time is important and it's valuable, and so is ours. And so I'm Kristen Zuzak. I live in Colorado. I am a mom being single. And I have been in this business model for a little bit over 5 years now, and it has completely changed my life. I came in here because I was on a path that was not bringing me inspiration or joy or time or money, any of those things. It was fulfilling in many ways, but I was flat out exhausted, to tell you the truth. I was a conscious parenting coach. I had just gotten a master's in social work, and I was flat out exhausted. And I wanted out of the grind. And when I saw this, I really looked at the pieces and I saw a way out. Because most of us know, and most of us are seeing right now, that the online space is where people are creating, the everyday person is creating massive wealth, right? And this is a plug and play formula. I'm going to show you the components of this where the everyday person can do this. So I'm super excited you're here. Stay tuned, lean in, don't multitask, grab your notebook because there's going to be a lot of value here too. And that's a little bit about me. I'm going to turn this over to Tangi and she's going to share a little bit about her and what we're going to cover today as well. So
Yes,
thank you so much,
awesome.
Tangi. So excited to do
Uh,
this with you.
I know, me too. I'm so excited. I just love that we are both conscious parenting advocates.
For sure.
This is with a beautiful piece about the community here that we have of the like-mindedness. So, hello everyone. I am Tangi Enrica. I am an unschooling single mama to my teen boy. I'm also a quantum coach. And I realized when I first got started in this, when I was first introduced to this, I was wearing all the hats in my business. I was exhausted. I was trading time for money, and I was doing all the things for my coaching business. And I realized when I saw the automation that we're going to be talking about a little bit later, when I saw the automation here, it was a no-brainer for me to utilize this, to lean in, like Kristen was saying, to lean in and to see what is possible here. And so that is what I'm inviting all of you to do as well, is just to have an open heart, an open mind to see what is possible. And so what we're going to be covering today is several things. So the first thing is leverage income strategies. So we're going to be talking about how we can actually create real legacy wealth, leveraged income. We're going to explore the concept of legacy income, where the wealth continues to grow and serve your family across generations, from generation to generation to generation. And we're also going to be talking about how this true wealth can uncover and build streams. I like to call them multiple channels of wealth, where it's not just one time gain, but it's sustainable, it's scalable, and it allows you to free up your time instead of trading time for money that I was doing in my coaching business. And we're also going to be talking about how these leverage incomes can create lasting financial stability and generational impact. And then we're going to be going into the high ticket solution that we have aligned with, that has it's high impact, it's high ticket, and it's high profit. That's allowing us to live our lives in a space where we're impacting not only ourselves, but it's for people, profit, and the planet. So it's just not about income. It's about a solution that aligns with purpose. It's about a solution that aligns with how we are positively affecting millions while regenerating the planet. And we're also going to be talking about the marketing systems, how to build a personal brand online, how to leverage your unique story, your lifestyle, your passions, what lights you up to create a brand that resonates with others and attracts the right community. And then along with that, it's also, we're going to be talking about attraction marketing. So learning the art of sharing authentically, so the right people naturally gravitate towards you and what you have to offer, what lights you up, to be able to create a lifestyle that aligns with purpose and profit. So why don't we go ahead and put the slides on, Kristen,
Yes,
and we'll get
delighted to do
started.
that.
Awesome. So this quote right here: a community is essential to support you as you navigate the cognitive dissonance.
Sorry.
It's all good. And you also don't have to be tech savvy to do this business
Trying to change
either.
the view and it's not working, so that's okay. Keep going, my dear.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And so I want you just to look at these people right here. Look at these beautiful smiles. Like, how lit up are they? Like, these are the beacons of what's possible here. And I really feel community is an anchor towards it, like opens up. It's like the bridge for all of us. Like connection, conscious connection is really important. And it's really important to have a supportive community during transformation, during, for anything really. But I realized, when I was coaching as an entrepreneur, like if anybody can relate here, as an entrepreneur, we can feel lonely at times. I felt lonely as a coach, even though I was a part of masterminds. It would only happen once a month. But here in this conscious community, there is support, continuous support with everyone. And I'd like to emphasize that the journey, when we're in this together, when we come together as a collective to raise the vibration of the planet, of our and ourselves, and it really truly matters. So leaning into the possibility, I would like to invite you to stay open, like we were talking about, but to unconventional ways of thinking and living. Like in a little bit, I'm actually going to be sharing some transformational stories from everyday people who just dared to step out of the box. And this is the piece, though, when we're going through change, when we're going through transformation, when we're looking into something new, when we're getting out of our comfort zone, we're going to feel uncomfortable because the unknown, right? So this is the cognitive dissonance at work, is moving through the discomfort, the doubts around change. And so when we're open-minded, when our heart is open, the natural step is towards breaking old patterns and beliefs and being able to have a conscious community that helps to support us through this journey. It shifts everything. And so going to the next slide. And so I would love to, these are some inspiring stories from amazing leaders in our community. And I just want to invite you to look at the overall picture here. So Denise Turner, I met her in Australia. She's an amazing soul sister out there. And she was actually in low ticket. She was in the low ticket world for over 20 years. And this whole time that she was in this industry, in that industry, she never made it in any of those companies. She hustled. She did the grind. She did the hustle, and she never received much from it. She had nothing out of this 20 years to show for it. However, when she aligned with this business, she was able to actually make 30K in 1 week. Just last month, Denise was able to make 100K in 1 month. Like, really sit with that. Like, what I'm sharing here, these are everyday people. Louise Milliman, I love her. She's actually, I call her my spirit animal.
I love that.
Yeah, she's my spirit. I mean, she's a homeschooling mama with 2 children. She was also in low ticket marketing as well. And in just 1 month of this business, she was able to receive the income for her and her family to actually purchase, I believe it was like 20 acres of land, where her and her husband and her family have created a homestead oasis, a permaculture oasis. She was able to build this successful business where she receives monthly and quarterly bonuses, all while having a baby on her boob. Like, and I'm telling you, I look at her and I'm like, I want to be her when I grow up. And then Brooke Weimart, she is the reason why I actually aligned with this business, because she's another conscious parenting advocate as well. And when I found out that she's a homeschooling mama and she's a conscious parent, I'm like, oh, I am home. Like, this is amazing. I'm totally home. It felt, and I just connected with her and her voice and what she was sharing on her personal not Instagram, personal Facebook. And so when she first got started, she was $57,000 in debt. She was actually stuck in this mommy slumber. She was skeptical at first, but then what was shifted for her is because even though she was skeptical, she knew she had to create change. She knew that being stuck in the mumber, I'm gonna call it the mommy zombie slumber. She knew she had to shift something, insanity. Like, it's just like that saying, insanity is doing something over and over again, expecting different results. The only way that you can shift something and create different results is if you do something different. And so she was in that dire need of, like, I desire something different. And so she was coachable. And because she was coachable, she was able to receive a lucrative income. And so now she's at this point where she's creating generational wealth, which Kristen is going to be sharing more about in a little bit. And then Clint X. Morgan, this gentleman right here, he's like a legend. He actually, when his wife and him, Christy X. Gore, when she was first pregnant with their first baby, they were actually gambling with their lives. Their car was breaking down all the time. They had two separate credit cards where they had to buy beans on one credit card and rice on another because they couldn't do it on both. And they were in that lack and scarcity. And they were also in that place of, like, something has to shift. And so now, because they said yes to themselves, because they said yes to what is possible here, now they are one of the biggest leaders in our company. And so again, these are everyday people that didn't have success before. And now they are thriving in this business. So the next slide.
Yes. So I want to ask the question. So forgive me if I'm going too fast or too slow here with the slides, but we're figuring this out. So it's really important, I will tell you that in our community, it's very important to ask impactful questions and spend time reflecting on them. So my first question for the day is, where do you want to be in 12 months from now? Where do you want to be in 12 months from now? And I would even say in 6 months from now, because I've got some big goals happening by this summer, I'm telling you. And what needs to change in your life right now for this to happen? Because if you're going to keep doing the same thing, but expect different results, right? That's the definition of insanity. And the other question I want to ask you is, what is your freedom number? What what amount of money would allow you to create the life of freedom? Is it like 10K months, 20K months, 30K months? It's hard, pretty hard in 10K months nowadays, right? Um, 20K months, 30K months, and you heard about Denise who did 100K month last month, and she's not even like, as high up as other people in the organization. So it's really important, though, in your process of expansion to be clear with the universe what your freedom number is. What would it take for you to create the life that you desire and to put that order into the universe? And we're going to show you how that can happen here. One of the things that we're going to be talking about is leveraged income versus linear income. So linear income, I'm going to start with that actually, is what 99% of the population is doing. 99.99% of the population, right? It's going to a job, it's being a coach, it's actually, for the most part, having a business. It depends on the type of business. And it's paying the bills to get by, right? There's no leverage in it. There aren't systems in place that will allows the income to keep coming in whether you show up or not. So that once you stop working, your income would also stop coming in. And what leveraged income is that it gives you the time and money and effort that you put into a business gives you exponential results in terms of earnings. So it's the time and effort that you put in, it generates recurring profits. And the best example I know of for this is like a franchise, right? Is where there are, and this is why franchises have been so successful in the United States and that have expanded now to most of the world now, is that they have systems and structure in place, from ordering, what the ordering process looks like, to their suppliers and how they get supplied. All of that is systematized to, how they produce what their products, their goods and products, and how they deliver their goods and products, and how they do their, from their cash registers, all of that is systematized so that when you step into a franchise, your learning curve, and this part is super, super important too, your learning curve goes super fast so that you can lean in. We're talking about leaning in a lot here. Lean in to the systems to generate more income. The challenge with franchises is that you're talking a minimum of $100,000. There are some that are cheaper for sure, but they also don't make the income, right, that other ones do. And so this idea around the franchise is that you invest a lot of money. So you're looking at $100,000 minimum up to millions of dollars, right, for certain franchises, and you create, good income with that. And the owner doesn't have to show up to work every day because the systems run the business. This is what we have here. We have a leveraged income model with systems in place. And we're going to be talking about some of this in just a little bit, but I want you just your big picture to get your mind around this idea of an online business, an entrepreneurial venture that doesn't have to involve investing in 100K to $1 million in a franchise, but it allows you to tap into what we have here, the systems that we have created, because these systems came from success. That's the other piece to understand too. We tested and tested and tested, created success, and then and now it's part of our business model. And this is what we teach other people to do. And it's so exciting to have this in our community. So I'm going to keep going. And so then we get to ask ourselves the question, well, what do we want to earn? What do we want to earn? Because when you have systems in place online, I want to share some big picture numbers. I'm not going to go through all these numbers here, but I want to help you understand that if you wanted to earn $100,000, we're talking about 15 sales in a year with our business model. That's one sale a month. That's one sale. And with doing one sale a month, you will be earning $100,000 a year utilizing our business model. Okay. And that's a really good starting point. It's a really good starting point. If you want to think again about what your freedom number was, right? To earn $250,000, you are talking about 3 sales a month. That's not even a sale a week. 3 sales a month can earn you $250,000. And if you are a big picture person and you want to earn $1 million a year, and there's certainly people doing that here, we're going to talk about them here at the end, but you're looking at 3 sales in a week. 3 sales in a week. If you are, someone who's a go-getter and wants to make things happen, 3 sales a week can earn you $1 million a year. So very exciting, just to show you big picture that we talk big numbers, and this is what people truly are achieving. So asking that question, is the way you're currently creating an income, is it sustainable? Is it sustainable? Is it going to pay you for the rest of your life, whether you're working or not? So if you stopped showing up at your job, if you stopped doing your business, would it keep paying you? Or is the money going to stop coming in when you stop working? It's important to ask ourselves that question, because we're talking about something that is, right, lasting, sustainable. Like, this is a whole other level of that recurring income stream, right? So I want to show you, I'm going to talk more about the big picture, because we do share a lot of numbers here, but I want to really help you grasp the breadth of how big this is, right? So there is this pathway to leveraged wealth. And we have these different levels in our business model, right? There's different levels. And the first big leadership level is 6A. And this is what I'm at now. I'm almost 6A2. And so I'm here at the top left. I don't know if you can see my arrow here, but we're up here at the top left. And what I want to show you is how big this gets to be. So with 6A, you're getting a $3,000 bonus, and it only takes 101 total sales from your team, anywhere in your team, to get to that level. 101 total sales. So it's not even just you, it's your entire team that gets you to 6A. Then once you're there, what happens and what we teach you in this community, this is part of the leverage as well, is that we teach you how to open multiple business centers under your original position. So you come into the business and you open additional business centers. So it's like opening additional franchises. That's really important because when we do that, you get to own these multiple business centers. So now I'm going to show you that the 6A2, what happens at 6A2 is you get a bonus, which is called a title incentive. You get and then you also get access to monthly and quarterly bonuses. And I will tell you that the monthly and quarterly bonuses that I hear people talking about are oftentimes more than people make in a year. And they're just bonuses. So, but for the title incentive, that title bonus that you get, you're looking at $6,000. And then if you own these two positions, you're looking at an additional 3 plus 3, which is an additional 6,000. So total, if these are all your positions, you're looking at $12,000. Right now we're talking about real money. And do you see how it's growing exponentially from 3 to 12? Holy cow. And it keeps going. So the next level would be our 6A2-2. And I have my plan to get there very quickly, actually. You're going to also get your title incentive bonus and monthly and quarterly bonuses. They increase. And you're going to get $12,000 for this position going, your -2 position. And then if these two are yours too, you're getting an additional 6 and 6. And that's $24,000. $24,000 bonus for getting to that point. And you know, like that's a down payment on a house. That's college. That is a car, right? That's like really good money that can start to change a person's life in a big, big way. And then the next really exciting piece, so this next level, our 6A2-3, is where we have profit sharing starting. So you still get the same title bonus, you get monthly bonuses, you get quarterly bonuses, but you also become part of our profit sharing. And that just means the sharing of profits for the entire company. So this is a beautiful Japanese company. Tanji's going to share more about this, but they truly believe in sharing the wealth, right? And helping the community to thrive and prosper. And so at 6A2-3, you're looking at a $25,000 bonus, but also that profit sharing piece is about $5,000 a month. It's not only $5,000 a month, it's $5,000 a month for the rest of your life, plus it can get handed down to the next generation. So my kids already know that I'm going to be providing this for them. Like that is something we talk about regularly. My son a lot, because he's like, when are you going to get that, Mom? When is that going to start? So, but also that bonus too for arriving at -3, you're going to get $25,000 for the -3, and then if you own those two positions right underneath it, the -2s, that's 12 and 12. So that's $49,000 as a bonus. $49,000. Would that change somebody's life? Would that change your life to be earning a bonus? And that's not even talking about commissions. We're going to talk about commissions later. But that's just one of our many bonuses, right? And then just to share for the rest of this, it just keeps getting bigger. So everything past this is profit sharing. And the profit sharing just continues on and on and on and on. And so, and I will tell you that people that I work with on a regular basis, daily or weekly, I have a mentor here in the -3. I have a mentor who's in -5. I have a mentor in -6 as well. So, yeah, and -4. So all of these up until -6, these are people that support my business that I have access to on a regular basis. And we're looking at, I mean, just go down to our dash eight. That's an $800,000 bonus, $80,000 a month for life. And then, and obviously, if you're getting these two dash sevens, you're getting another 40 and 40 too. So that's that's $160,000 in just a bonus, right? No, that's wrong. $400,000 bonus. So that's $1.2 million. That's $1.6 million bonus. Holy cow, that's huge, right? So the piece to really land on here is how big and generous the company is and how big these numbers are. And a lot of people ask, well, how can they do this? They can do this because they started a trust many years ago. That's one piece. They also set aside a certain amount of every sale goes towards this program too. So this is the company's been around for 50 years. It's a healthy business model that is, again, meant to support people in thriving. And now I'm going to let Tangi talk about our main flagship product and how incredible this company is as well.
Yes, thank you, Kristen. Like those numbers, like you just explaining it again. Like I love when you explain this. Like it baffles me. Like it just like the
Can't
capacity
find it
here.
anywhere else, right?
No, no. And this is where it's like where that generational wealth and the uncapped income comes into place. So yeah, it's just mind-boggling. So, and I'm just so grateful. And so this is the part that I just light up about. I have been an advocate in supporting and our Mother Earth, our planet. I'm a huge advocate in sustainable living. And this one machine, this is the Magic's Kangen water. It is, it's something that people 100% need, want. And it's a crisis that we're in right now with having a healthy, good quality water. This machine right here, it's a medical grade device in Japan. It is gold standard. It has, if you can look, it has the ISOs all right there. So it's golden standard right there. So it's the top of the notch. It's in 250 hospitals in Japan. This is why it's considered a medical grade device. There's about 10,000 doctors that actually support this machine. And we can't make any medical claims, but you can actually go on Google Scholar or PubMed and you can look up on hydrogen rich water, or in Japan like electrolyzed reduced water, ERW. It's molecular hydrogen, it's microclustered, and it's electrically charged. So just think of like lightning striking water, so it's electrically charged. So it also transforms your home into an eco-friendly, and I don't even want to say eco-friendly, it's actually sustainable. It's actually to the point where I truly feel it's a positive solution for environmental regeneration. And, it actually produces over 100 uh, different levels to actually replace chemical products, like all the things that, with our, like looking in this picture right here, it can replace like the laundry detergent. It can replace all-purpose cleaner, bleach. It can replace your fruit and veggie wash. It can remove your makeup, use it as toner. I use it as deodorant. I use it for a ton of things, stain remover, fabric softener, disinfectant. So instead of having to use like, hand sanitizer, like I clean it, I use it for everything in my home, cleaning the toilets, cleaning the counters, use it as hand sanitizer, I use it as toothpaste, mouthwash. It's amazing for so many different things to actually reduce the chemicals in the cleaning products, in the beauty supplies in your home. Along with that, what I love about this is that it actually can also remove the pesticides. So it was talking about the fruits and veggie wash. It can actually remove the pesticides from your produce. That is massive to me because there's so many different loopholes when it comes to the pesticides, even with organic. And it also has a pH level where it can actually get rid of aphids and pests in your gardens and farms. So you don't even have to have the pesticides. So this is actually how actually is a return on your investment, being able to purchase this machine. It's a company that's actually been around for 50 years that Kristen was talking about, and they are just starting to gain traction. They have Mr. Oshiro has a 500-year vision plan. Like, I don't know any company, I never even heard of this, of having, I've heard of 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, but a 500-year vision plan and vision. Mr. Shearer is really looking at like the the whole planet, our health and wellness, and our relationship to money, really being able to thrive in all areas of life. So it's not only about a return on investment, your ROI, it's also the ROE, return on your energy. Because it's not only the highest quality water that you're able to drink, but it's also the highest quality water in your environment, cleaning with cleaning supplies, and also return on life, because you're able to, like, when you have that energy, like the money that Kristen was talking about, I mean, of course you're going to have that return on energy and return on life, right? So another thing I'd like to share is there with this company, there are no quotas. There's no drinking. There's there's no inventory that's needed in this business. And it's what's usually in traditional network marketing companies, like the low ticket companies. This is completely different, especially with like the padded compensation plan that Kristen was talking about and going to go more into detail later on. This company is doing $1.3 billion. They did $1.3 billion in sales last year in 2023. They have global distribution rights. There's 45 offices in 22 countries. So we are global. It's entirely tax deductible. This company pays you in 9 ways. Again, Kristen's going to go into that. It's privately held and it's debt free. And Kristen already shared that you can earn anywhere from $5,000 to $80,000 for a month for the rest of your life. Now, what I want to get into a little bit here is the epidemic that we're having with the plastics. This is something near and dear to my heart. And it's something that's been on my journey with how can we, it's no longer about saying no to plastic straws and plastic bags. We've got to find positive ways to support companies that are creating business models to support the planet, for positive solutions for environmental regeneration. Did you know, I want to give you some statistics here. Did you know that it takes about 450 to 1,000 years for one plastic bottle to decompose? Just one. Just one. And 90% of the plastic bottles aren't even recycled. We think that we're doing a good job of, like, we think that we are. We're putting it in recycle and we're hoping that it's getting recycled, but 90% of them are not. They're usually going in the landfills or the oceans, like this picture is showing right here. There's 60 million plastic bottles that enter the landfills daily. Let's just look at that number. 60 million plastic bottles are in the landfills. They say that Americans send 38 billion water bottles to landfills yearly. So this is equivalent to if you think about it, this is equivalent to 912 million gallons of oil. There's 1,500 plastic bottles that are thrown away every second. And in the ocean, there's actually, it's called the gyre, and it's as big as the state of Texas, the state that I live in. It's as big as Texas with plastic. It ends up going in the oceans yearly, about 8 to 9 million metric tons. That's equivalent to one garbage truck of plastic being dumped every minute, not every month, not every week, every minute. So I just wanted to share a little bit bigger picture of the things that the solution that this one machine can do. Again, it's not about saying no to single-use items. We have to go beyond that and really support companies out there that are producing products and that are actually an environmental It's regenerative, just like solar panels, just like permaculture. Those are positive solutions for environmental regeneration, right? And so I truly feel that the Kangen water is that solution. So it's not only about supporting our planet, but our health and our financial legacy. And so I just want to share that piece right there of what this can do in the last 25 years. So this machine, 25 plus years. So the average family, if you have an average family like four, you're saving about $2,000 per year by using this one machine that can produce over 80 plus uses to green your whole home, to make it a non-toxic sanctuary in your home or your business. And so thinking of that, everything I've shared with you, what I truly feel is when we invest in our health, this is the cornerstone of true wealth. This is what can give us to be able to thrive for generations to come. And you actually earn back your investment with just 5 sales. You can recoup your initial health investment. So that's a little bit that I wanted to share about that. And I want to go to the next slide. And so these are all the products that Enagic has that we recommend. And so I talked a little bit about, well, I didn't talk a little, I talked a lot about the K8. I could go on for hours talking about this. But Enagic's flagship is the K8. It's the ionizer. And again, this produces antioxidant rich water in 5 different pH levels from 2.5 hypochlorous acid. That's where it can disinfect and is actually stronger. It works just as good as bleach. It's actually stronger, but it's non-toxic. So it's great for disinfecting, it goes beauty, drinking, and even degreasing with 11.5 when I was talking about removing pesticides from your produce and also stains and stuff. And so the Anespa, this is like your in-home shower experience. This is a shower head attachment that remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter. So it removes the chlorine, it removes all the bacteria to protect your family's skin. And our skin is the biggest organ of our body. So if we are drinking the highest quality water, then it would behoove us to also ensure that when we are bathing, our children and ourselves are bathing in the water that has the chlorine and all the chemicals, wouldn't it behoove us to have something that can actually remove all that, especially if it's the biggest organ in our bodies? And then there's the M Guard. I'm really excited about this because this actually just launched in the US this month. And this is actually an environment harmonizer. So this actually removes the EMFs, the electromagnetic noise, the radiation that comes with our phones, with our computers, with our microwaves, with anything that has electricity. Pretty much, right? But this is a concern, right? Because we are with the 5G towers, like it's a lot more intense now with the EMFs. And so this actually harmonizes everything and it actually removes it. So I'm really excited about this one. And then there's also the Ukon. And there's actually a typo right there because there's supposed to be another 0 right there with the M guards, just letting you know. That's a little typo right there. So it should be 1,500 around approximately, just depending on, your location, taxes and credit and whatnot. So that should have had a 0. So just imagine that right there. There's a 0. So then there's also the Ukon. Ukon is the chemical free, it's wild turmeric, it's organic, and turmeric has been known to be antioxidant, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties, and it's amazing. So aligning with this with the water, you're being able to have like this whole, and the M Guard and the Nespa, it's like this whole environment system that supports your health and wellness inside and out. Like Mr. Oshiro really thought deeply about this on how to create the health and wellness in our homes and in our businesses and in our environment. Next slide. Oh, so this is you, Kristen. Oh, we're going to get into all the leverage income. Take it
Yeah,
away.
so excited. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Tangi. So love these products. It's changed my life in massive, massive ways. And I've seen like things that I would call magical miracles happening from this water and turmeric and Anespa and so forth. Like I don't even use lotion. And I live in Colorado. So I was actually having a conversation with some people the other day, and like they were talking about lathering on lotion and how dry it is. And I'm like, I don't use lotion. I don't have to because I'm hydrated and I use my Anespa. I don't need it. So life is just so different when you work this way. So I want to share with you. I know there's a lot on this screen, and I'm going to make it as simple as possible. It's one of my gifts is like taking complicated concepts and then paring them down to simplicity. So there are many different ways to start this business. That's the first thing you know. There's several different ways to start this business, especially as we keep adding some more new products. And the one of the ways is with the quad. It's called the quad strategy. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So and the quad is just like a quad is 4 products, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And so sorry, my son's coming home. Hi. And so, okay, and with the quad strategy, this is what we call our fast track strategy, because this allows you to create income faster, basically, when you're buying these 4 products, because we help you structure them and leverage the 4 products in such a way that allows you to earn money faster. So when you purchase, so I want to put your attention on this, the pie chart here with the $937 in there. And what that it means is that Enagic basically says, okay, for every purchase of every product, we're going to give away a certain amount of commission, and we're going to divide that by 8. And so depending on where you are in that, the person who's closest to that sale gets first dibs on the commission. And so like right now I get, because I've been here a while and I've had a lot of success, I get all 8 points of the pie whenever I make a sale, for example. And which is really exciting because when I sell a quad, I earn $937 times 8. And that is $6,714. Well, it's actually not, because of how things get structured, it's a little bit less than that, but still $6,714, right? Like who wouldn't want to earn that? And so very exciting. And so the chart on the right is showing you when you are at certain levels. So we have this I showed you the big picture, 6A, 6A2, 6A2-2, if you remember the big picture about leveraged income. This is a little bit more of the details. So before 6A, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6A. We're looking to the far right over here. And I just want to show you how easy it is to move up in this organization. So when you're 1A, you've only had 1 or 2 sales, but you're already at 2A when you have your 3rd sale. And you can do that on your own with the quad. Then you turn 3A at 11 sales. It's like, so we're not talking about like in low ticket, you have to have hundreds of sales in order to move up in the organization. You can move up really fast. And what we're finding too with like the M Guard, which is our new product, people are moving way faster even. And so, but you can also look even at a 1A, when you sell a quad, you're going to earn $937. These are big ticket numbers, right? And when you're 2A, you're going to earn $1,874. And you can read the rest of the chart, but you see how so quickly your numbers expand, right? They grow exponentially. And we show you the strategies in order to earn all 8 points the fastest possible way. So that's also exciting because we want to help you earn as much money as possible. We want to help you grow and expand in this business. We want to help you leverage our systems so that you can get to the 8 points quickly. And in fact, one of the systems that we show you, there's more than one way to do it. But I got to my 8 points at 42 sales. It's only 42 sales. I got all my 8 points. So that's very exciting to do that. So I want to also go through here on the left to understand that when you purchase a quad, when you come in here with 4 products, and it can be any combination of products. Historically, it's been like 2 K8s and an Espa and an Ukon, but you could exchange an M Guard for one of the K8s. There's a lot of different ways to do that. But you will earn cash back just by investing. I want to like repeat that. You will earn cash back just by investing in the products. So, and it's going to range depending on what you're purchasing and where they go, but anywhere from $742 to $1,093 that will come back to you as a check. And that's exciting because where else can you get that, right? Where else can you get that? So the other thing to understand is that when you come in with a quad and you sell a quad, the first person that you bring in, you're going to earn $2,811. $2,811. Wow. Like that's not chump change, right? That's real money. Your first 5 people is $19,500. And your first 10 people is $47,600. 47,000. Like that's for a lot of people their annual income. And that's just the first 10 people. And you're not even earning, you start earning 8 points right around 7 people, I think, or 8 people with the quad strategy. So your earnings just keep going up. This is how we're talking about exponential growth, exponential earnings. And so when you are selling, so another way to look at this, if you're doing a quad a week, you're talking about $250,000 a year. When you're doing 4 quads a week, you're looking at $1.4 million a year. Real money, right? Like real money. And so to get started, so this is what it looks like to get started. To make your investment, you're looking at about $15,000 investment. And this is what I get excited about. Because remember how I talked about with a franchise, you're looking at a minimum of $100,000 to $1 million investment. And then you could be making $250,000 a year, $1 million a year, right? Where else can you do that? Where else can you do that? So, and it's also tax deductible because it's a business model. It's tax deductible. And we also have a lot of strategies that will teach you how to do this with zero down, using, no out of pocket money, using other people's money. And we're not talking about friends and family. We are talking about, third party organizations that we work with on a daily basis that loan people money to be able to get this business started. So really, again, exciting big numbers here. And when you compare the investment to what people are making, it's just really a no-brainer what you can have here. All right, so I want to also show you what this looks like. Remember how I talked about at 6A, you get to 6A with 101 sales from your entire team. So I want to talk about this a little bit because this is also very exciting. So do you see the you part here? This is you. When you come in with a quad, remember you're going to get some cash back, but you're also you come in with a quad, you open up your business with the first product, you sell yourself 3 additional products, and you get your cash back anywhere from 700 to a little bit over $1,000. And then you make your first sale. You make your first sale to Trish. Yay, Trish. Trish is coming into business. So exciting. So cool. She comes in in your 3-point lane. You're getting 3 points from her. And when you sell your product to Trish, you're going to get $2,811 directly from that sale to Trish. You get checks in the mail for $2,811. Very exciting, right? Well, then Trish goes out and sells, let's just say 5 quads, right? She makes 5 sales. She brings in 5 people. This is not your direct sales. This is an indirect sale because Trish is selling them. But she came in at your 3 points. And if you remember, there's 8 points total to give away. So she comes in at your 3 points. And so you're going to get 3 points for each of those sales still, right? And Trish is going to get 3 points too. So Trish is going to make 5 sales, and you're going to make $14,055 from Trish's sales. $14,055 from those sales. So if you can imagine, you're bringing in, additional people, right? 3, 4, 5 people, and they're each making 3, 4, 5 sales in a month or in a 2 months or whatever. How this exponentially grows your income. Very exciting stuff here. And so here's three of the main ways to get started in our business. So this is changing a little bit because of the M Guard, but it's all very, very similar. So you can come in with a single product. So as a single product, you can even come in with an M Guard. But as a single product, you're looking at $5,500 investment with just the K8. With the trifecta, which is three products. So this is easy. Trifecta is three, quad is four. So the trifecta is three products. Again, they can be any three products. But here for the example, we're looking at the K8, the Anespa, and the Ukon. We're looking at about a $10,000 investment and $391 cash back. So you start getting cash back if you come in with more than one product. And so with a trifecta, that's what you get. With the quad, you're looking at about a $15,000 investment, and you get up to almost $1,100 cash back for because you're selling yourself three products. And again, what I'm blown away by here is how little of an investment for the big numbers that people are making here. It's also tax deductible, right? You get to mark this off of your income. You get to create it as an expense because it's a business product. And we have lots of zero down strategies using other people's money. So you can come into this business, like you really can't do that with a franchise. You have to put money down typically. You can do this though, using other people's money with zero down to come in and by making that kind of investment. And so I just want to kind of review these instant benefits, right? Like this is what happens immediately when you join this business model. You're going to get cash back, right? When you're doing a trifecta or a quad. So as long as it's more than one product, you're going to be getting cash back. And we can figure all this out to the dollar for you too. It is a complete tax write-off. And this is a big deal because, well, we're making a lot of money here. And so getting these write-offs is really, really great. You're getting rid of the toxic chemicals. You're getting rid of the microplastics. And if you're anything like me and Tangi or Tangi and I, right, this really matters to us. This has changed my life in such a dramatic way to be able to provide to my family without using toxic chemicals and knowing that they're not getting microplastics in their body from what I'm providing. There are no sign-up fees. So you sign up for this when you start, you just purchase a product, start your business. There's nothing to sign up in addition to that. There's no additional fees. There's no deranking. You never go backwards. In fact, there's a man who just took 3 years off. He's a 682-3 in legacy income in our getting the profit sharing. And he took 3 years off volunteering around the world. He never went backwards, and he's coming back into his business to help grow it more. Incredible, right? So think about what you could do with that kind of time. Think about what you could do. It's $1 million business for life. Like you get to have this for life. It never goes away. It never goes away. And you get four-figure commissions on your first sale. 4 figures on your first sale. 2811 is what we said, right? For your first sale when you have a quad. That's life-changing money. And we have lots of zero down programs. So we're happy to share with you and talk with you about it because it's really exciting what's here for you and how you get started. And I'm going to turn this back to Tangi, who's going to share with you more about the personal branding, the marketing systems here that we have.
Yes, thank you so much. Every single time like I see the numbers and just see what is possible here, it actually makes me like teary-eyed to think of this and why I planted my flag here and why so many of us have planted our flags here. And so here I want to share how we do this, how we do this business. So we have the marketing systems. Kristen was talking about the systems in place, right? Like a franchise usually has systems in place. However, we do it without all the crazy massive costs that are involved, right? And so here, this is how we do it. We have marketing systems. We have the high ticket solution and we have the legacy income strategies. And so now what we do is we leverage it by leveraging our social media platforms, by building a personal brand and sharing about what lights us up, your lifestyle through social media. So it's about, when I was talking about earlier, with my coaching business, I was having to wear all the hats in my business. I was doing all the courses. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on courses on how to do a mailing list, how to do, write copy, doing all this stuff. And unfortunately, all those courses that I did before don't pertain to now. They're not evergreen. So all those courses, I can't use them again. So here, what I love about this is we have a system in place, an educational platform that actually teaches you everything. We have the courses, we have masterminds, we have master classes, we have top leading experts in the industry that share their tools and share how to create your personal brand. So you're not doing it alone. You're never alone in this. Remember in the beginning, I was talking about community. We have an amazing community that's here that supports us all along the way. So next slide, please. We're just going to the next slide. All right, so this is how we make the sales. So what you do is you learn how you to build a personal brand, and you learn how like posting on social media. So you're posting on social media and then you just share. So this is called attraction marketing. So this is where we're not spamming friends and family, like the traditional network marketing where you would like be at the barbecue or the family event and people be like, oh, here comes Tangi again with, what's she going to tell us about this time? No, this is attraction marketing. This is where you're sharing your life, what lights you up, your passions, your brand, and people are coming to you wanting to learn more information. And then you share a masterclass, kind of like exactly like this one. And then you book a call. You book a call with our DBS team, whether our DBS team, or you book a call with a person that invited you here, to learn more about it, to map out the plan. And then you launch your business. And then you get to be a part of community that supports you in launching your business. So you're never alone. So this is how we actually make the sales to do this business. Again, it's all about attraction marketing. You can either do it where it's organic, people build it organically online. You can do it actually several different ways. This is what I love about this business, because you have the freedom to do it any way that you desire. So you can do it belly to belly, where you're talking to people and connecting with people and talking about it face to face. Or you could do it with attraction marketing, and you could do it organically just by sharing on your personal social media platforms, or you can also do it by ads. And this is something amazing in our educational platform, where we actually teach you how to do that, how to do Instagram story ads, how to do Facebook ads. And so it's all here for you. So you're not having to do it alone again. And so I believe the next slide is Kristen. Yes.
Yes, thank you. So there are 7 days in a week. Like you've heard, like a really, I know this is not going to answer every question you could possibly have. There are still going to be questions, but you've also heard enough, in my opinion, to like, maybe there's something here that's quite unique and interesting and big, right? And life-changing and transformative. There's 7 days in a week, and someday is not one of them. And what we're encouraging you to do is take some action, because the next step for you really is to book a call. And there is no hard credit pull and there's no obligation. So booking a call is just to learn more, to understand more, and to have a conversation about what are your goals? What do you want to accomplish? What is your freedom number, for example? And let's create a game plan together about how to get you to where you want to go. So we also have a bonus for you, right? So here's a 24-hour bonus for you. And that is for fast action takers, right? Because success loves speed. And so when you take fast action by booking a call, you will qualify for our exclusive strategy training, which is 100K in 90 days. So we talked a little bit about Clint Morgan, his wife, Christy X. Ord, and then there's Balaj W. Cardos. These three people are, million dollar plus earners. Balaz is actually in the top 3 of the entire organization of Enagic. And Christy and Clint are number 1 in Australia. And they are all incredible, heart-centered, giving people that give incredible gifts to our community. And one of them is this call with them about how they did it, how they created 100K in 90 days, and how the everyday person can do that too. So it's very exciting to have this. It's jam-packed full of value. It's really, really mind-blowing. It's really going to ignite a passion in your belly like you never had before. This will be yours for absolutely free just by booking a call in the next 24 hours and then having that call. So, and again, it's no obligation and there's no hard credit pull to be able to do that. And then the other piece that I want to share with you too, that we are providing to you is a 30-day mentorship. Yay! So we link arms with you, the leaders in our community link arms with you, and we show you step by step, week by week, day by day. We do a chat pod, we do calls every week, we have videos for you to watch. We show you, this is broken down. And the other piece of what's here is our community that's called the Freedom Era, which provides the automation. It provides the steps, it provides the training. It's our platform that gives incredible value that is like nothing I've ever seen before. People get blown away by it. And we bring in top-notch leaders around the world to train on this too. So you will never do business alone. We link arms with you and you get to go through the videos. You get to have the support of our community and our team in these first 30 days. But then also just to keep in mind, it doesn't end there. So after those 30 days, there's also weekly huddles, there's additional trainings, there's additional events, there's all kinds of things. And I'm going to tell you that the events that we have are like nothing you have ever experienced before. So as Tangi well knows too, very exciting. So I'm just going to encourage you, if you are feeling this, right? If you are feeling in your heart that there could be something here for you, don't you think you owe it to yourself to explore it? That's really all the next step is the next level of exploration. We want you to be fully informed before you make any kinds of decisions. So we provide you with everything you could possibly need to know before you make your final decision if this is something for you. So right now, it's still about touching into your heart and deciding if this feels good to you, right? If this is a community that you know that you can thrive in, that you feel like you could thrive in, because that's what we're really good about. I'm going to take this off as sharing too, because I just want to be here with you, right? And really, every so often in a person's lifetime, there's something that comes across your plate that you can tell it has the possibility to transform your life for the rest of your life. And this is it. And it not only that, and this is what blew me away, it offers the opportunity to transform your children's life too, right?
Yeah.
And that is like nothing I've ever seen before. Like this is like, pension plans have gone away and we've replaced it with something way above and beyond. While the rest of the world is shrinking, we are expanding. And
Right.
and actually in our community, we're experiencing 30% growth year after year after year. And Magic is experiencing like somewhere between 17 and 20% growth year after year after year. So we are in massive expansion. And when you're in the community like that, things are different, right? Things are different. So I'm so excited to share this with you. Your next step is to book a call. Your next step is to reach back out to the person who invited you here, and they will get you set up. They will help you with these steps one by one and help you figure out if this is a good fit for you. So anything else that you want to add to this, Tangi?
Well, the only thing is just like you were saying, just connect with your heart, like to follow what feels true for you, like really, and to actually make an educated decision. And so that's what it's here for, an educated, informed decision, because you don't know what you don't know until you know. Right?
Exactly.
There's no way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And again, reach out to the person who invited you here, and we will see you on the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.